It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Mikkeller and it's a bottle of the Beer Geek Brunch Weasel Imperial Oatmeal Stout Brewed with coffee. This one's coming in at 10.7% ABV and it's being brewed at Lervig, AktieBryggeri in Norway. Mikkeller, nice Danish gentleman as we all know, and he probably looks like that, seeing as most of his beers has that picture of him on the back of the bottle. Silver bottle cap. Let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. I made it a promise of mine in 2015 to review more of the Mikkeller beers. For some reason over the last 5 years, probably due to the fact that it's not been on my doorstep. Oh my goodness me, but hold on a moment. Look at that. Two-finger chocolatey delicious head. Look at that. Jet black beer in the glass then. No light coming in here whatsoever, but what a fantastic looking tan-coloured head. And for me there's only one thing I can say, and that is that this beer is, in my mind, one of those fantastic Norwegian or Scandinavian style Imperial Stouts. I'm doing this because I'm trying to get my camera in focus. It's a little better. I do apologise, but hey, it's not about me, it's about the beer. Let's get the aroma then on this lovely looking beer, but mind you, that head has dissipated quite quickly. Lovely chocolatey roasty aroma to this beer, as you'd imagine. Chocolate, kind of a biscuity taste. Not happy at all with this camera, gotta be honest. I do apologise. Oh, there we are, it's a little better. Yeah, loads of, you can smell the oats in the beer. You can smell that malt, you can smell that chocolate, that coffee, that caramel. Lovely aroma. Let's dive in. Cheers. Wow. And Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows, that is absolutely fantastic. I can taste milk chocolate when there's real milk chocolate in a beer. The reason why is that I am a big fan of milk chocolate. It's something I probably consume on a daily basis. 1 second. That better? Never mind. It's probably I consume that on a daily basis, so I can really taste that lovely milk chocolate in the beer. Mixed with the coffee, that lovely kind of ground coffee. It just kind of works, you know. It's like a cappuccino. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do a review where I kind of just keep the beer in focus, because it's why you're here. You're here for the beer, you're not for me. So yeah, there's loads of chocolate, milk chocolate, loads of lovely kind of crispy, oaty, lovely kind of flavours in there. Big, nice mouthfeel with the oats coming through. So it's a creamy mouthfeel. That chocolate and that coffee really does combine to produce a fantastic beer. I have to be honest. It's just luxurious. It's just pure luxury in a glass. There's that caramel there also. It's just Mikkeller. It's just Mikkeller just brews some wonderful, wonderful beers. And at 10.9% ABV, there you go, there's the ABV. You really do struggle to find that kind of level of alcohol content. It doesn't seem like a 10.9% beer. It drinks very well. So just a little recap on the beer then. Oh, I'm back. I'm back in focus. First of all, the aroma is wonderful. The look of the beer is great. To be honest, I could have probably I would have liked a little head there all the way down the glass and some nice lacing, but you can't have everything in life. The beer looks half decent, could have done with a bit more head, but the aroma and the taste is just out of this world. I know I'm not standing here doing a Stone the Crows and doing my normal kind of wild reviews where I do my best to describe the beer, but I'm a little bit more kind of energetic. I think it's just what's happened with the camera today. It's just knocked me off my kind of perch a little bit. I do a little bit of editing now. I kind of add a little couple of photos here and there, but I like to feel that the review flows from start to finish. I don't want to cut and edit and mess about with sound, and because I think that your real thoughts in the beer and the way you kind of react in front of a camera is probably one of the reasons why you guys keep coming back to me, is because you can kind of hopefully kind of, I don't know, like my channel a little bit. Yeah, apologies for the quality of the camera. I'll put up with it for a little while. I do know on the grapevine, and I know this has got nothing to do with beer, so perhaps I should rate the beer and then we'll go into the grapevine a little bit later on. So review then for Mikkeller Geek Brunch Weasel Imperial Oatmeal Stout Brewed with Coffee. My rating: it's wonderful. It's a wonderful, wonderful beer. There's no real alcohol legs in there at all. There's no really kind of, you do not know you're drinking a 10.9 or more or less 11% beer. It's great in that aspect. Wonderful taste. Love the coffee. Really nice coffee flavour. Really nice chocolate in there as well. And the malts are great. The oats are great. It's a very well put together beer. I'm going to take one mark off. And that one mark off is going to be for that head. There are, on occasions, some brewers that can produce these 10, 11, 12% beers that actually hold their head. I could tell, even though the head was absolutely fantastic, it was kind of dissipating very, very quickly. You could hear it hissing. So just the one mark off for the way the beer looks, because there's no amount of lacing on the glass. There's no real head. But it's very difficult to do that with an 11% beer, but I have seen it done. So one mark off for that. So 9 out of 10 then for Mikkeller Geek Brunch Weasel Imperial Oatmeal Stout Brewed with Coffee. Thanks for joining us. I do apologise for the camera. If you want to disappear now, disappear. But quickly, if you want to hang around for a little bit of technology news, I know they've just launched NVIDIA, which is a chip maker in mobile phones, cameras, camcorders, your GoPros. They've just released a new chip that will run 4K video at 60 frames a second. And I've been holding out for this. I know it generally takes, when they announce a chip, it normally takes about 3 to 4 months for that chip to be implemented into new camcorders and new phones and bits and pieces. So it's probably going to be the last time I actually go with this kind of digital format of a of a camera. This is a Panasonic camera I'm using. This records it in 1080p at 50 frames a second. But over the last month or so, I've had issues with that blurriness, that kind of trying to get in focus, and it's knocked me off track with the review. It's knocked my concentration. I cannot feel like I can flow with the review. I'm constantly trying to look and trying to make the camera focus, and you know, it just makes a bit of a hash of things. So these cameras, they're more or less for domestic use. So I've had this camera now. In May I would have had it for 2 years. It's January 2015, so come May the camera will be 2 years old. But it's probably recorded the best part of 1,000 beer reviews, and it's only a domestic camera. So I'm waiting for this chip. The long story short is that I'm waiting for this chip to come out, this NVIDIA chip that will record at 4K video at 60 frames a second. It'll probably be the GoPro 5 that I go for. And then hopefully we don't have any more issues with this kind of blurriness that's going on. And we'll have a much better picture quality, of course. 4K video, if you don't know, is I think it's about 4 or 5 times the quality of 1080p. So it's good. Yeah, I'm a bit of a technology buff as a beer buff. I like both. I like my mobile phones. I like my tablets. I like my cameras and stuff. So one of the reasons why I got into beer was through technology, was watching mobile phone reviews on YouTube. And then I was drinking a beer one day and I thought, oh, I'll type in to see if anybody's reviewed this beer. And lo and behold, I think it was just the one person who reviewed the beer, and I thought, I fancy this. I like beer, I like technology, let's give this thing a go. So look out for the 4K camera. I do apologise for the camera quality on this review, I do apologise. Thanks for watching, put your comments in the comments box. Please subscribe to this daily beer review, and cheers.